All right, y'all. Welcome. This is the fifth episode of Pressure Points, where we dive into the journey of entrepreneurship and we highlight the story of those who we feel like embody the choose your lifestyle message. For those who are new to this segment, my name is Brandon. My co-host Ruben. Together we operate AP and press printing. Today we're in the U District and we're with Rax Vintage. So if you guys want to take a moment to introduce yourselves.
Man, thank you very much for having us. My name is Jason.
Santi.
My name's Sebastian.
And like, what are your guys' roles like day to day? How you guys feeling with everything that's been going on?
Man, it's real fluid around here, to be honest with you, man. We're three co-owners here, so each of us has a big role in the business. Santi, I would say, is more of our day-to-day man. He's the vocal point here. He's here every day. He's out there hustling, talking to customers. So, got to give a big shout out to Santi. Sebastian, he's an everyday dude. He does everything, dude. Everything guy. So utility man for sure. For me, I really take a step back and let these young men really do what they do best, and give them the roles that they need, and they can come delegate with me whenever they need something. And I'm just kind of like the big brother, always have that information for you, try to put you on the right path. But really, it's these two guys that are leading the way. I'm very proud of them.
That's good, man.
For sure. And like you guys have your own roles, and like we can understand that too. Like, he handles stuff, I handle stuff. I guess like a question I have for you guys is like, how did whose idea was it to, make the store come about, or like just how did you guys even start? Like how did you guys turn nothing into where we're at today,
Yeah, I'm gonna really let
Man.
these two guys talk about that.
I'm gonna say honestly, all started with music to really begin with. My brother Jason, he's a producer. My homeboy Santi, he's a musician. He's an artist. So it really started off with them, connecting and creating that relationship, and then me and Santi started kicking it a lot more.
Mhm.
And then one evening, me and my homeboy were walking down the Ave, and I saw Santi set up with a rack with one of our other homeboys, and they were running it up, bro. I was just seeing what they were doing. They were selling some clothes, talking to people, networking. I was just seeing, some good business going on. So I just started kicking it around, chopping it up with them for a few weeks. Brought the business idea to my brother, me, Santi. What's happening, family?
What's
Welcome
good,
in,
bro?
guys. Welcome in. Welcome
Hey
in.
guys, hold on one second. We're recording right now. I'm sorry. No, it's all
No,
good.
you guys are good. You guys are
Yeah,
good.
it's all good. Sorry. No, you good. You guys can head to the back though. It's all free to come back. Oh, we can go. Yeah, no, you guys can go right past us. Just let you know if I didn't greet you. That say we're recording. My bad. Outtake, right?
Yeah,
You're good.
Hey, business first, guys.
Hey, it's raw,
Hey, guys, come on in. Come on in. Welcome, first time in. Yeah,
handling
probably
business
should.
during
Yeah.
operating hours.
We're
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sorry, guys.
No, we're good. This live and this
Hey,
is this
it's all
this is the
good, man.
lifestyle.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
cool,
it's
man.
lit.
That's cool. We probably should shut down shop here before we continue after these folks do their shopping. But man, we are sorry about that.
No, you're good, man.
The
Business
floor
never
is still
stops.
yours, bro.
Yeah, but I would say it happened naturally, bro. We just went with the flow, bro. We kind of just started learning the process, learning the game a little bit. We had some good people to show us a little bit of stuff of how everything ran,
Mhm.
and it just happened naturally. Took one step at a time. Had each other's backs, and then we just created what we have now.
Yeah.
Did you guys start like, obviously like you talked about how like he set up a rack outside here and all that, like did you guys ever like sell online like before, or did you guys literally just like went at it and just open up the store?
Nah, bro, we didn't really sell anything online. To be honest, we were selling outside, and bro, around the time bro was pulling up, and we were selling outside, we were just running it up,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just one of those things where the hustle made sense. We were making money. We didn't even really have to do anything online because we were in a really good location, and there's a lot of foot traffic out here, and so it just made sense to get a shop, and we had different pieces, you feel me, and put the pieces together and built the puzzle. So
Facts. I mean, location is key, and like U District. I guess I was gonna ask you guys why U District, but I feel like it's kind of evident.
Yeah, that's
you know,
easy. That's easy money.
culture,
But
you know?
it's not only culture, but you get a fresh customer base every 4 months, right? With the freshmen coming in
College and all
that never
that.
seen
Yeah.
the store before. So you get a new clientele every 4 months, which is huge, right? If you're in Beverly Hills, you're only going to speak to that clientele that live in that area generally, right? But here you get a whole new influx from China, from Japan, Korea, New York, Europe. So You get a lot of people, a lot of different culture. And when they come in, it's usually like an all moment for them. Like, wow, this is like a hidden gem. Seeing all the graffiti, seeing all the culture that we have. I think we curated a lot of that good old school barbershop and vintage feel to it, where we're unique on the avenue. So we took what these guys do best, and then we just kind of evolved it into something that's more culture based and kind of keeping it organic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I've been seeing your guys' content too, and like a lot of that's organic, and like, you guys are being consistent, which is great. Obviously, like, location is key, content is key. Um, like, those people that literally just walked in,
Right.
people just like stumble in, like
Right,
just
right.
walk in and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, all the time, all the
yeah.
time. And we usually have a lot of events going on. Today, for instance, we're giving out some food today to the community. So we do a lot of cultural events. We're throwing out stuff out the windows. We want to be tapped in with the people. You know what I'm saying? We just don't want to sell you stuff. We want to know your name, know what you do, cultivate that relationship with our customer base, which is, we just don't want to sell you something to get you out the door.
For sure,
You know what I mean?
sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are. I mean, seems like you guys are level headed. Like all of that. I guess like, I mean, like we've been at it for a couple years, and we're still evolving and everything. Do you guys have like any like past business experience? You guys just go in it like just raw? Like what's kind of like you guys' background on that type of thing?
For me, bro, I always grew around business. So my dad, he's always been a business owner. So since I was 7, 8, 9 years old, I was always growing up, going to the store and just being around business, seeing how business is conducted, seeing the difference between good and bad business.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always grown around business, and business is something I knew I've always wanted to do and something I always wanted to pursue. But for me, it's definitely something I'm very passionate about for sure.
Financial freedom has always been one of our number one goals. That's my brother, so we have the same dad. So dad obviously instilled that into us young, that you don't always have to work for somebody to be successful, and that's not a problem if you do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own path, but for us, we want to use that as a vehicle more than a career, right? So you use that as a vehicle to really get to where you want to get with whatever you're passionate about, and that's what our dad instilled into us.
That's good, man.
Entrepreneurship, yeah.
And aside from that, like that business background, like that cultural, because I know you're really into music. What is it about, like what vintage clothing brings to you guys? And what's been like the most memorable experiences that you guys have had so far here?
Man, there's a lot. There's too many to count. For me, what does vintage? I mean, a lot of this stuff is not vintage to me, guys. I guess I'm vintage. This is like the stuff I would actually wear. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of funny. I'm the old guy in the room. But in all seriousness, it's just tapped in with the culture. This is what we would wear. This is what we wore when we were kids. So to them, it's dope because they get to look at the old heads and like, man, that's what they wore. It's like you look up to your OGs a little bit. So I think it's like more paying homage to the older generation, which I find it's fun to me. So I take great joy in it, and I love when they find an old piece that, man, I had that. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. It's real cool. But as far as memorable experience, man, I'm gonna let y'all tap in with this. There's too many to go.
I want to stay on the topic first, the vintage. I want to remind y'all that Rax is Rax by Juice Sweet. You feel me? It's not Rax Vintage. You feel me? And so we curate a line of vintage clothing, and the majority of the clothes you're gonna find here is vintage, which is why we're pressing that vintage niche really hard. You feel me? Especially online with Instagram and everything like that. But when you walk around the store, we have custom lines from local artists. Our co-owners, Jay and Sebastian, have their own line inside the shop. We got P&W Secrets, and then we also just have a different curation where when you walk into a vintage store, the prices, you feel me, are insane, especially to somebody that's never walked into a vintage store, has an understanding behind that. And when people come to the U District to thrift, you know what I'm saying? They're not specifically looking for vintage. They're looking to thrift. And so by having this curation, we're able to have the best prices. You can come in here and find a crazy $10 t-shirt, or you can find $100 vintage t-shirt, or you can get an offer based custom brand from here in the store. So we're definitely set apart from a vintage store. But besides that, bro, there's just nothing like taking something that's old, you feel me, and putting it in somebody's hands
Giving it
brand
life
new.
again,
You feel me? So
Yeah, for that.
real.
But memories,
Memories.
Go ahead, yeah.
I mean, for me, honestly, it's every time I hear someone express their like how excited they are about the store. You know how new it is or something different that they haven't seen before. I feel like we really worked hard on trying to bring something different to the city instead of something that's everybody's used to seeing, something that you could go to anywhere. I feel like we're trying to bring that different ambiance and we're trying to bring that different setting, to the environment that we've been missing. I feel like in Seattle. So for me, every time we get that good feedback, really is something memorable for me at least.
No, I feel that. Like this shop's valid. Like I fuck with the graffiti on the walls. A local artist did that. Like that was crazy. It just feels like kind of like home, I guess. Like it feels like inviting. Like I walked in, there was music playing, there's people walking around, people just vibing, food outside, barbecue. Like it just felt like a place you want to be at. It's not even a store. It's just a
Exactly.
cool spot.
And
Yeah.
and that's really what I aimed it to be is with the vibe that we have. It's like a barbershop. You come in here,
Mhm.
even if you're not buying anything, come say what's up. Hey, tap in with us. How's your day going? What's good to eat out here? Just have an everyday conversation. We could talk about anything that's going on,
Yeah.
and that's it's just like we could argue, we could banter. It's fun.
Mhm.
We want to bring that culture back where men or women, everybody are coming in, they're talking, they're at their highest level. Nobody's
Yeah.
uncomfortable. You come in here, anybody, everybody, any gender, everybody's welcome, and that's how we wanted to be welcoming. Like you said,
Mhm. For sure.
everybody's it's inclusive place.
Yeah. I guess like you were talking about like P&W Secrets and like all these different vendors here. I guess like a question I have for you is like what does it take like day to day to keep the store running, like all the different people in here, like there's a lot of moving parts, and how do you guys like manage all that and just keep the ball rolling?
Man, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that are not even on
Yeah,
this
for
couch to
sure.
make this work. Shout out Malo.
Yeah.
Shout out Jose.
Everybody, bro.
Everybody
It's really a
that's
team effort, bro.
Jared,
Yeah.
Cashew, people that have scrubbed the floors here
100%.
for nothing.
100%.
It's really been a team effort, and I think everybody gets the pride of just seeing the joy that it brings when people walk in. So it's easy to do.
Yeah.
And
I feel like
it's,
when you have a good team, go ahead.
I would say it's super easy for people to get behind something like this, especially when it's like super personal. And people so willing to just come and show love, and they help, support and make all this come to life. You know what I mean? Like it's me and Ruben, but there's been a lot of people that create this, and it's we can't do this without the community, and you guys are doing such a good job of just having that conversation, bringing people in. So you know I would highly suggest for people, for those that are trying to look for a new experience, to come in and get to know these people for sure, because it's like like you can go down the street to the store, but they're not really doing none of that. So I think there's certain things that you can get, but there's certain things money can't buy, man. I
Pops
just want to give you guys your flowers.
taught us customer service first, man. It's the
Yeah.
customer first, man. It's those interactions, man, that you can't forget. And I've had some crazy ones here since opening. I had one interaction with a gentleman on opening day that he came in and he bought some stuff, just a regular customer. And then he came back a week later and he was in distress, but he was like, man, you know what? That interaction that you had with me saved my life. I was gonna take my life that day. And I broke down. I mean, I was like, wow, that's crazy. You can just say hello to somebody and change their whole trajectory. So I think having a short memory when you're talking to people outside, when they ignore you, you just never know how you're gonna change somebody's day. So have a short memory, keep at it, and believe in yourself. That's the message I would have when you're interacting with people. You're not selling clothes, man. You're selling that customer service. That's the difference.
That's game right there, man. For those
Fact.
people that don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
You were talking about opening day. Kind of want to like backtrack a little bit
Sure.
and like ask like how that was for all of you guys. Like, was it nervous? Like, was it hectic? I know you guys were pushing the grand opening, a lot on social media. So, I guess like, what was your guys' experience? And like, a lot of people want to do something, and like it's hard to start. I guess just like just recap the opening day and like how that was for y'all, to finally open up the store.
The first thing I want to say about opening day is we opened 2 weeks after, like two weeks after we got into the building. So 2 weeks
Damn.
after we got the keys, we opened the store, and we flip the entire store. Yeah,
There was carpet in here. It was a mess. Yeah, it was a mess.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we had about 30 people in here really helping out. My kids were painting. We had friends scraping, doing everything we could to get this off the ground, to really make this work. And again, there's not a lot of people on this couch. We don't represent everybody that really put the hard work and sweat into getting this open. But very appreciative to all you guys. Shout out all y'all guys. You don't know who you are.
that's facts. But yeah, bro, 2 weeks. And so with that being said, I would say grand opening was smooth. It was fun. It was learning experience. And we, did everything. We flipped this entire store and pushed the grand opening as much as we could on Instagram. And we had a lot of people trickle in and a lot of people come in for such a short notice. But yeah, it was fun, bro. We pushed numbers and we ran it up.
Yeah. For me, bro, I honestly I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah, no, for
It was
sure,
like,
yeah.
there's just so many different aspects that went into getting this place together. It was like, I knew like the hard work that we put in, it was gonna come out. We were gonna be successful, but it was like we never knew what to expect, but it definitely beat our expectations.
By
Like,
far.
it beat our expectations by far. We couldn't be happier with how it turned out, and it just showed us how, like, if you just focus and put in that hard work, you're gonna get the results for sure.
For
Most
sure.
definitely.
For sure. No shortcuts. No shortcuts, guys. And I think another thing was with the opening is that all the love that we got shown by the community too.
Yeah.
A lot of the older heads that have been doing this for years, that have shops in the city, pulled up on us and really showed us love. No dissent there at all. So I'm really appreciative of that, because competition is always a tender point with a lot of people, but I think there's enough room for everybody.
Power and collaboration.
There's power and collaboration.
That's what we stand on, and
Yeah.
like our brand is literally like community based.
Absolutely.
Like that's why we're here with y'all. That's why we sit down with people. Like, like it's about bringing everyone together and not being on the same team and not working against each other.
Nobody knows it all. Nobody knows it
Yeah,
all. So
that's a
always
fact.
be open minded to learn new things, and I think that's what makes you successful. Is
Mhm.
just never having a closed mind and always pushing the ball forward.
Facts. You guys were talking about, like 2 weeks. 2 weeks is crazy. Like a lot of people like will push it and push it and push it. 2 weeks is crazy, and you guys are saying like there's like 30 people, like scrubbing the floors, flipping everything. I guess like I know that was hard in itself. I want to ask you guys like, what's your guys's? You think like your guys' biggest obstacles and like how you guys overcame that and just like pushed through and persevered. Applied that pressure. You feel me?
Man, I feel like I couldn't really say what our biggest obstacle was, bro, because like I said, it just happened so naturally, bro.
Yeah.
We just took it day by day. So
Mhm.
whatever came up, bro, we would just talk, bro. We were prepared. We just talk. We'd figure out what the best solution was, and we just execute, bro. And then the results were the results that we had. So we kind of just went with what we had. We worked with what we had, and we got exactly what we put in. So
Yeah, facts.
I think the preparation was there for everything, every obstacle that we were going to meet. Really, to be honest with you, I'm sorry to cut you off, Santi. I'm gonna give it right back to you, but I just think when preparation meets opportunities, when you breed success, and I think that's just what happened. My man right here already had the hustle, and we just had everything else ready to go. So it was just those two met. Timing was everything, and this is the result.
Facts. I got one right here, brother. But yeah, I think I agree, bro. Every obstacle was met with preparation. So
Mhm.
we were smooth. I think the biggest obstacle for me was like a mental obstacle because, like he said, this is my hustle. You feel me?
Mhm.
So I was out here. This was my hustle and starting the store, flipping the store, put the hustle on layover for the 2 weeks. But it paid off after grand opening. Like you said, we ran it up. It beat our expectations, and so it was worth it. And it pays off every day. Turning your hustle into residual income will always pay off. So
Yeah. And you guys talk a lot about, it came natural to you guys. Finding the right team members is huge, right? Do you guys feel you guys all collaborated naturally with the same process? Or was it kind of something that you guys are brothers, like you guys, you guys have ties for a long time. Like how do you guys feel like, how do you pick the right people to surround yourself with?
Team is everything. The team is everything. Without the right team, nothing is going to work. And that includes, having to take people off the team. And sometimes that happens too. You can be replaced because there's somebody out there that wants this.
Mhm.
just like we want this. And that's not personal. At this point, it's business. We want to see everybody here succeed. And if this isn't for you, then we'll find something that's better for you. But with this endeavor, we need the right people around us, and we feel we have everybody in the right circle doing the right things. I think as leaders, it's important for us to always put the people that are best suited in positions to succeed. Not just because we need something done, but that person needs to be um, specific for that role or specific for that need. And that's how we really win. It's fluid, but we put the people that do what they do best in the positions to win, I would say.
Right. Um, I always say if it's organic, God planned it. You feel me? And so like me and bro, So me and Jay, we've known each other for a minute now on a music level. You feel me? And it's always been an organic, natural, just solid vibe, real, recognized, real, and we've always been locked in. When me and Sebastian locked in, some probably 6 months after me and bro met, and started kicking it, the hustle was there. Me and every time we just got together, we were on some business plan, different tip, having conversations you don't have with your homies all the time, you know. And ever since we hit the gas together, it's just been fluid, organic, no bumps in the road. And so I think it's rare that you find those relationships where you can just move in synchronicity with somebody. And if you find that, bro, just run it up. Run it up. You know what I'm saying? It looks like y'all got your team. You feel me? And that's what you're doing. So, you know what I'm saying? When you find that team, bro, people that you just, every time me and Jay are in the shop, it's a bag, you know, the shop does numbers, you know, and so you just find your people that you just get in where you fit in, you know, and just stick to the plan and move. And I think that's how it's been for us, you know, and maybe you won't find that everywhere. We did, and I'm blessed. I'm happy to have found it. You feel me? So,
For sure.
I agree 100%. Like you said, it's really finding those people that align with those same values as you. You know, align with where your heart is as well. I would say, along with what work you're able to put in, but also what you value yourself as a person as well.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure like you're surrounding yourself with the people that are gonna take care of you because you're gonna take care of them as well.
You're a reflection of who you surround yourself with. That's
Mm-hmm.
right. So it's good to surround yourself. Like you said, run it up, bro. Like just run with it. And I kind of want to segue. Like we talked about opening day. We talked about just like you guys' like emotions, like how everything went, kind of thing. I know it's still early, but it's good to like plan for the future and have goals. Where do you guys want to take this? Like it's your first, like storefront. Where do you guys see yourself in the future? Do you guys want to just stick with vintage? Like, do you guys want to expand? Do you guys want to like, yeah, just what's your guys' future with this? I guess.
For us, I think it's like bro said earlier. It's just finding a way to get to financial freedom as fast as possible. So it's if it's scaling this or going into different avenues and businesses, we're open to all different ideas. So we definitely love clothes. We love the atmosphere. This is definitely our vibe and something like we enjoy doing. But I wouldn't say this is all that we do. We do a lot of different other things as well. We have a consulting business that we have as well. We have our brand JSV. So we're trying to hit different aspects and everything. So for us, it's definitely trying to find different avenues and different places.
I would say for Rax in particular, we definitely would love to expand this. I know there's a need, in a lot of communities outside of just the U district. We got a lot of people from over the water, Bremerton area, that don't have this kind of avenue. So I would say that those things are on our map. Not really fully ready to execute those because we're still new on the Ave here, so we're really fully focused here. But the dream is, yeah, if you can open one, you can open two. I don't want to saturate it though either, because once you oversaturate it, then you kind of kill the culture too, kill the vibe, and it kind of gets like we're trying to sell you something. So I like that sometimes we don't have a sign out. I like being the hidden gem as much as we get that complaint that we don't have it. I like being exclusive, that speakeasy kind of vibe. Because when you come in here, it just knocks your socks off. You're like, I didn't know that was here. And that's usually the vibe you get when you come through the door the first time.
agreed.
Yep.
Yeah, I think as long as vintage is making money, then I'm gonna stick to vintage and any other option. You feel me? But as long as this is something that's gonna, put some money on the table and especially residual income, then, I'm gonna stick with it, and it's just gonna be one of those stepping stones to the ultimate goal. Like you said, it's not the end all be all, but it's a great hustle. You can make great money, and if you set up, your program properly, then you'll be straight. So I think for now, it doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
We're not going nowhere.
Everyone needs clothes on their back.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're all students of the game. You know what I mean? We're constantly learning. Keeping the right mentality. And you guys dropped a lot of gems. You know what I mean? So I want to ask you guys, what's that one that game that kind of like keeps you guys like your head above water, and what's some advice you guys would want to give to other people, to like your younger self, or something that sticks with you
Man, I give you the best piece of advice you ever have, man.
guys?
Don't be scared to fail. Go
Yeah.
do it. Fail. The more you fail, the quicker you will succeed. Do not be scared. Don't be one of those people that said, I would have, I could have, I should have. Just go do it. I want to start a brand. Go take your stuff to the printing press. Go get you a little pack. Just do it. You might be surprised what you find. And it might find it's not for you, or you might find something else that's there out there for you. Just do it. Just go and apply yourself. Do not be scared to fail.
For me, I'd say I feel like a lot of people focus on either what's gonna happen in the future, what's gonna happen, or what just happened yesterday. You feel me? So people aren't really focused in the current moment. So I think it's just really my biggest thing, bro, is just taking it day by day.
Mhm.
You know, just going with the flow of things, not worrying about what's gonna happen, not worrying about what just happened. You know, my brother put me on the biggest game is living in the future is anxiety, and living in the past is depression. So you just gotta stay present with yourself. You feel me? And just take it day by day and not stress yourself out.
Come on in, guys.
Yeah,
Come on
agree.
in.
Y'all
Come
can,
on in.
yeah,
You
y'all
guys
can come on in.
Get money. Just have you guys. You good, man? You good, brother?
All right, just everybody freeze, pause, and
Just
then we'll roll it again.
Sorry about that, guys.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
okay.
Come on. Bro, you want to touch up on what you were saying, or
No, go ahead.
yeah,
That's fine.
that was perfect. Yeah. But honestly, that's true. If I read books,
Mhm.
you feel me? Shouts out. This is my book partner right here, bro. You feel me? He put me on some games. So I read books, and I have like my three biggest pieces of advice are their advice. You feel me?
Mhm.
Step into your fear. Don't be scared. Just do it. You feel me? Stay present. I think stay present is like one of the most important. And shouts out E.T. Eric Thomas. You feel me? You gotta, yeah, you have to have it. You can't want it. You feel me? It's
Mhm.
just as bad as you gotta breathe. You feel me? You don't want to breathe. You have to breathe. You have to want it. You have to make it happen. It's not something that's gonna come unless unless it has to happen. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so I think those three pieces, bro, just stay present, step into that fear, and stay dedicated. It has to happen. You feel me? I don't want it. I
True.
need it.
You
You
gotta.
gotta know it's gonna happen too. You feel me? Like you gotta really believe that it's gonna happen. You can't just tell yourself it's gonna happen. Like you gotta believe that it's gonna
Manifest that.
happen.
You gotta pave your
manifest.
way, and you gotta choose your lifestyle. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Say that.
You know, you know, set it for yourself. You know, like you said, like if you don't want it, who's gonna want it for you? Like you gotta make it happen for yourself. And whatever it is, like for us, it was printing, and now like, you know, a brand for you guys like vintage, and then music. Like it doesn't matter what avenue or what lane you choose, just choose one and make it happen. You know,
Right,
just
right.
do it, like you said.
Right.
So,
Just do it. Don't be scared, man.
Nike spokesperson.
Time's just gonna go by. I think people
Yeah.
like they procrastinate, and they always say, "Man, I could have did that." And it's always the same story. It's like just go do it, man. Time's it's gonna go by regardless.
I
So
think the beginning's
just-
probably the hardest step, bro.
yeah,
Just
the
starting.
first day is the hardest step of
It
anything.
gets easier
You know
and
what I
easier
mean?
every day after that.
Say that. That's real talk.
And it's that consistency, man, and being able to push through. You know, my background, where I came from, you know, I had my parents, and they had to do everything just for me to, like, you know, have that roof over my head, man. And, you know, I do it for them, you know, and at the end of the day, we do it for everybody, our community, you know.
Right.
So thank you to the community. You know, I
Absolutely.
appreciate you guys for your guys' time. You guys are always dropping game, man, and it's such it's a great environment for anybody that wants to have a new experience, you know, to get their hands on something. You gotta come here, man. So
Appreciate that.
and
Yeah.
I think one of the most powerful things that, you know, that we take away is having the ability to come and learn things from new people, man. Speaking to people that can change your life, you know, and it's all about how you do it, you know. So
Yeah. I appreciate
And
that.
I'm gonna double back on his appreciation, and it's like, thanks for hosting us. You know, putting us in here. You know, shop's still open. So many people walk through.
We're sorry
It's all
about
good.
that,
No, it's all
guys.
good
We're
though. It's, you know,
sorry.
it's raw, it's genuine. Like I fuck with that. And you know, like you said, or we all said, you know, there's power in collaboration. So we want to give people the platform and just like, you know, to speak their mind. You know, like everyone saw what you guys are doing and everything, but no one really knows what you feel during the moment. So I just want you guys to. I want to give you a moment to just shout out your socials, kind of say like your operating hours, like how people can get a hold of you guys. You know, all of that.
Yeah.
The Instagram Rax.vintage, Rax.vintage. We operate Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. and Friday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. So we're late night. I think we might be the latest at night, but we're open every single day. You know, slide through.
Then we also no days off. We got our J Sweet too, bro. It's JE.SUIS official on Instagram. You know, we got our new drops coming in soon. All our gears on there, everything, and we got our stuff in shop here as well. So definitely come check us out.
Thanks, well, as episode 5. You know, I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate y'all,
we
man.
want to say thank you guys too for
Absolutely.
getting us out here and thinking our opinion or our voices worth
Facts.
something for people hearing. So thank you guys for having us out here as well.
Hey, and we got to get you right before you
Most
leave.
definitely, and we gotta get you right before you go, bro.
All right, y'all. It was a good talk.
Appreciate you guys.
For sure.